The most well-known mantra is the holy mantra, Om. It's supreme mantra. It's the great seed mantra, the Mahabija mantra. It's the source mantra from which all other mantras, all other language, all other words, all other concepts, all perceptions and experiences, all permutations of consciousness come from Om. In the Gospel of John, that's why it says, in the beginning was the Word. And that is the source code of Om. Now, when we chant Om, what are we doing? We're tuning into, we're meditating upon, we are aligning our individual consciousness and absorbing it in that primordial sound, that source code. And in that communion, in that inner meditative resonance, the meaning of Om is revealed, not as a concept, but as an experience. Now, I'm going to share some concepts with you. Having said that, the most important thing for you to do is to meditatively chant Om, to absorb your attention in the Om. Often we see it spelled O-M, but that's the exoteric or outer expression. The inner is to spell it A-U-M. That's right, A-U-M. The A corresponds to the waking state of consciousness. As we meditate on Om, the first awakening is the realization that this world and this life, this waking state of experience, is sacred. As we deepen and go into the U, we enter more profoundly into consciousness and realize the inner life, the dream world, the subjective inner dimensions of consciousness are holy, and that the radiance of life is there. We move from the waking state to the sleep state with dreams, with continuity of consciousness, discovering the radiant sacred nature of existence in those two states. And then the M moves us into the state of sleep without dreams, the dreamless state. And yet still in our meditation, we discover, even when the waking state falls away, when the dreaming state falls away, and we're in that vast, infinite ocean of pure presence without dreams, yet still is there. The hum and the sacred radiance is present. And then that hum continues into pure silence, the silent resonance that contains and embraces all states of being. Om is the all-embracing awareness that every arising, whether it's in the waking state, the dream state, the dreamless state, they all are infused with, they all arise from, they all are permutations of the original source code. They are all divine and sacred. They are all waves in the ocean of consciousness. This is what happens as we chant the Om. And to the degree that we attune to it, to that degree do we release our mind, our consciousness, from its conditioned identity. Its conditioned identity as in the waking state, like I am this person with this background, etc., etc. Even from the inner emotional identity that's associated with the dreaming mind and the conditions of emotional identity that we've grown up with in our culture, even We release ourselves from the spiritualized identity of I am a soul, and we enter into that which cannot be spoken but can be known, the humming sacred nature that re-embraces everything. So the chanting of Om is a process of releasing ourselves from all the conditioned identities to return to that primal seed of being, and then to re-emerge into our life just as it is, and to discover that with every fluctuation of consciousness, it's a wave of that radiant ocean arising and expressing its beauty through us and as our life. Om. Om is the sacred sound of returning to your true nature and then discovering that true nature, that world of blessing that surrounds you in every state of consciousness.